welcome to Busted Knees and Pretty Trees. Thanks for joining us. We get more and more of you throwing your packs on and rolling with us week after week. We love putting this together and we love sharing it with you. If you'd like to explore the show a little more, you could find something over at bustedpretty.com or on our Busted Pretty socials. On today's show, the boys and I are going to address a very important and often confusing part of the Leave No Trace ethos, the topic of human waste management. No, I'm not talking about my hyperactive, drug-fueled neighbor, Jerry. You know what I'm talking about. We all gotta go. You can't bury that truth, but you can bury that poop properly, if it's allowed, or even possible. Relieving yourself in the forest is not so simple, and this is why we need to have a chat. Proper waste disposal in the backcountry is more important than ever as our national parks continue to log record visitations. With 2024 holding the top spot with 331 million visitations across the board.
Right.
2025, slowing only slightly, had 323 million visitors, 13 million of which were overnighters.
Poopers.
That's a lot of digestive systems.
Yes, that is.
More than the Eras Tour. More than the Super Bowl. Probably not more than a Garth Brooks concert, though.
More than Dave Matthews driving over that river in Chicago.
Oh, gross. Gross.
Here's a loose fact. The average human lays 1 pound of stool a day. 1 pound per person per day, 300 million plus visits a year. Utterly horrifying mathematics.
That is a horror. That is so horrifying.
Fortunately, we have ways of reducing our impact, and if we all follow suit, we can keep our parks as beautiful and clean as ever. I am Travis White. Over there's Bradley Greer, and right there's Patty Richardson.
Yo.
And guys, I've got one question for you.
Yes.
If we lined up those 300 million logs, do you think it would make it to the moon in a day?
Man.
300 million logs.
Because you know how they always say, well, if you line these all up, it'd go to the moon and back.
Or it would fill an Olympic swimming pool.
Well, we
It
have
would
to...
definitely fill. Oh, my God. That is so gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure me and Travis in the Middle East, when we were deployed, probably saw something similar to that in the middle of every base.
Privy.
Yeah, it's the huge hole that they dig where everything goes.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. I thought you were going to make a Tony Soprano joke about waste management.
Oh, no.
But you went with your neighbor instead.
Oh, yeah. Nah, yeah, this is real deal.
Yeah.
Travis is coming out here with the truth. You know what I mean? Man.
I had a little fact here. Denali National Park, 2 metric tons yearly accumulate on Mount Denali, and it doesn't ever go away because it's so cold.
Like
so
Everest.
there's like decades of it.
Yeah, there's Mount Everest. It's been heating up, and they're saying that I've read that in some patches or something, the smell is miserable because it's all the ice is melting. It's all warming up.
Yeah.
So I imagine, because when you're on a snow-capped peak or something like that, the idea of you're digging through the snow into the soil is still the appropriate way to relieve yourself, even up there.
Is there soil up there?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
Probably
I don't
not.
know what the top of Mount Everest is like.
Some kind of, yeah.
Are they packing it out?
Well, they probably can't dig down very deep because it's
There's
frozen.
simply none
No,
of it.
yeah, right.
I don't know how far down you have to go before plants start growing. It's pretty far.
But do
We
they
need
pack
someone
it
out.
out?
We
Do
need
they-
someone out here to ask.
Yeah.
I don't
can
think
you-
there's a lot of vegetation anywhere.
How do you poop up on Everest?
Yeah.
Probably in your tent, and then you toss it out in a bag or something.
Or pack it out,
Just
dude.
open the door and fling it out.
Like your coffee cup.
Oh, man.
Well, I know cities that have a lot of little estuaries, like say Charleston would have advisories after heavy rains that those little rivers like don't go swimming in them because of the fecal matter is really high from yards from dogs, like dogs and pets and animals. it all like it rains and it runs into all the little estuaries.
gosh.
And,
Where's this at?
like I think a lot of coastal cities. This was in Charleston. There would be advisories like don't go swimming because there's a lot like a high fecal matter content in the waterways.
Weird.
Because think of all the dogs shitting in yards and everything, all the animals shitting outside.
Yeah, I guess I never like contemplated that it would just like that's
go right
also runoff.
Well, and that's why, like, we'll get into later when you're camping at a campsite, they say
right.
don't go to the bathroom within so many yards of a river. Yeah,
that's right.
Because it goes straight into that water source that everybody's pulling water out of.
Great call, Bradley R.
Yeah, there's a little more to it
Yeah.
than just doing the business.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
yeah. But I think one of the fascinating parts is Brad and I, or probably all of us, have commented on the idea that most of the questions you get is about guns or safety.
Yeah.
How do you stay safe on trail? But the second, at least in my experience, the second most asked question is how do you relieve
go to the
yourself
bathroom?
on
Yeah.
trail? How do you go to the bathroom on trail? And I was telling you guys off air that it's almost not just like a question that people are curious about in terms of like, I need to know how to do it, but it's the reason why they don't go. to
Right,
begin with.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they don't, that makes them nervous.
Yeah, a lot of times it's not even how do you do that? It's I could never do that.
I could never do that. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man, that is so like
There's a lot
strange
of
or
that.
weird or gross.
Humans
I'll never
would
do
humans would never do that.
Yeah, yeah. All right, dude, Brad. Time for the news, Panther. I'm excited about it. It's been like a couple weeks since I've gotten one from you, or Walt, or whomever.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So I tell you, Patty,
Okay.
I tell you what.
Okay.
I searched high and low for like a happy news story because everything I was reading was bumming me out. You have some national monuments greatly shrinking in size.
Yes.
Just all kinds of craziness going on right now.
Yes.
And as most people have seen, probably on the news, I think it's pretty national news. The wildfires that are burning out of control, mainly in Canada, but all across North America in general. It's affecting many different regions, causing disruptions to, like all those hard planned for summer vacations. The people that live locally in the areas getting evacuated. It's pretty wild.
No, it's made its way down here to Indiana today.
right.
Today was the worst tested air quality in Fort Wayne in history.
It was insane.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I could definitely tell.
This
dude.
morning was wild.
I got a headache, like a bad headache
Yeah.
on my way to work, and that's the only thing. I mean, because you could smell it.
Oh yeah,
Smell it,
Yeah.
taste it. It was in your shit, dude.
it's pretty wild.
I could only imagine. Like, even we were supposed to be up on the lake or on the river this weekend, and
Yeah.
the idea of going up north, this weekend's off.
It's weird too because it smells like a bonfire, but yet it doesn't.
It's a very odd smell.
it's
I remember the
it
smell.
kind of burns a little.
Patty and I were talking about it
Yep,
earlier,
that's right.
and the smell from last year's was a lot different. And
Yeah.
it would be interesting to find out why that is.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're in Indiana, so Michigan. I saw the UP. I was looking at the map of air quality map, and the UP is just completely covered. Pretty much, the main part of Michigan is too, and it's just heading, to the East Coast through New York.
A big reason that is because there's around 858 total wildfires actively burning across Canada, with nearly 200 being in the Ontario province. So that's just north of Lake Superior and Minnesota.
Yep.
There's 17 fires burning right along the northern edge of our beloved Minnesota, which is including the Boundary Waters.
Yep.
So a lot of businesses have been affected, a lot of evacuations, and this is like peak Boundary Water season.
Yeah.
I tell you what, on a side tangent, like looking at the Boundary Waters on a map, like satellite and terrain, like we got to go up there.
Bro.
It looks it's so crazy looking.
It is supposed to be amazing.
Yeah, like you look at it on
amazing.
satellite images and you just think, does anybody even know what this lake? Like, there's so many lakes. Like, how could you even?
You just navigate. The
wild.
maps are sweet, and there's like good like routes around there, but a lot of the places, the campsites are up on a cliff, so you can go cliff jumping right out in the middle of the lake.
Hell yeah.
Is a lot of it like hard to get to?
Yeah, well, it's all boating.
And I think getting permits is hard.
I don't know if the permits are that hard.
Oh, okay.
Not as hard as
for
what we
camping
faced
or?
with some. Well, yeah, you got to get a permit to when you're out and then coming back in. You map it out. You know, this
it is
where
a
I'm supposed
national
to be.
park, right?
It's
Or
a
it's a
national
national-
something or another. It's not a national park, I don't believe.
Yeah, it's definitely a national
That's where I
What's it
got
say
this
there?
something or another.
What's the one in Minnesota?
Voyagers.
Voyagers.
That's where I got the whole, because people say the loon call up there is because that's where they go to mate, and that's the only time you hear a loon. And I've just heard stories and watched videos of the loon calling, and you could be a mile away. I don't know if this is true or not, but just in my brain, and just hear this loon call on a misty morning out in the. It's. I've heard the mosquitoes can be rough.
Yeah,
But I've heard it's just Ken Irvin went there. That's where he took my boat to.
Yeah.
That boat you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is like right on the edge of Voyagers National Park, but like mainly in Superior National Forest and Quetico Provincial Park.
Well, I hope it remains.
Yeah, so like several of these fires, if you look at it on a map, there's all kinds of maps online right now of like all the active fires, and there's almost just like a string leading northeast, like off that tip of Minnesota and Lake Superior, and there's a ton right there. And I think that's mainly where a lot of what we're seeing is coming from. There's currently 4 major wildlife, this whole time I was searching this and looking it up, I would Google, I would put wildlife in place of wildfire because I'm so used to searching wildlife. And I'm even saying it now. What were you going to ask?
Did you know they were talking about it today at work, and everybody kept asking the question of how it started?
Oh, yeah. So one of the main reasons that it started, well, first, real quick, there's like 4 major wildfires burning in Colorado and Utah right now that are causing a lot of evacuations and closures. I know I'm going to Moab here in a month into September, and a big section of Canyonlands called the Needles is evacuated because just south of it's a huge wildfire. So a lot of the national parks around there are being disrupted, not to mention all the ones like around here in Northeast, like Isle Royal, like a lot of them you can't get, like they're shut down right now.
It's pretty common that we have. I mean, there's always a wildfire going on pretty much all the time somewhere in the United States.
A bunch of them, yeah.
But not like a one like this one in Canada.
So that's where, like, especially, and like in Canada, they're pretty common, but there's just so much wilderness. Like, there's obviously going to be wildfires, it's natural. But the number of outbreaks over the last couple of weeks has been just kind of insane and unprecedented. The National Interagency Fire Center in the U.S. and the Natural Resources of Canada, I think there was one really confusing sentence, but I think that was right. They're both theorizing that it's because of like sustaining this hot weather that we've been having for over the last couple of weeks and months, and then lower rainfall. So, like, they call it a heat dome is what's happening. So, like, the the Rocky Mountain area had a high pressure zone up high in the atmosphere, and that's forcing all the heat to stay down low. And then that heat's causing all the clouds and weather to stay outside of this little dome area. So everything just dries out and
moisture.
super hot. Yeah. And then so when it's super hot and dry, it sucks all the moisture out of the ground and causes all these dead plants, which are perfect tender.
What actually starts the
Lightning usually.
Oh.
Lightning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eventually everything dries out, and then that heat dome ends, and then storms roll in and lightning. And I'm sure some of it's man-made. The 858 wildfires, like, those are not all man-made.
Well, and I hate to be this guy, but they've also been saying that wildfires are going to keep persisting without proper maintenance and the people to perform.
But I think there's just, Canada has so much wilderness. Like, I don't know how the hell, there's no way they could properly
impossible
maintain that.
That's true.
Doesn't like predict
So much.
predict weather events where like it's going to get dry in this region at this time.
Well, I'm talking about prediction in terms of overall change in climate.
Yeah. I mean, if
Like,
that's
not
hard.
Just not just anomalies throughout the week. more like a sustained, like, if we don't fix what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, because
then-
they've all, like Montana, some of those northern states have all seen record highs this year,
Yeah.
temperatures.
Yeah.
So it's not helping for sure.
Yeah.
Warm.
It's warm. It's very warm.
It feels like it's been way warmer this year, like over a longer period of time than it has been in a while.
Man, I'm just
It's
thankful
brutal.
that we have AC, because our friends over in Europe and where in Austria specifically where we were, they had no AC.
Oh man.
And they're dealing with this in the same regard. It was another no restaurant. Think about being in a restaurant right
Yeah.
now in the back of a kitchen, no AC.
It's tough.
whew.
Yeah.
Like, this is usually our August heat.
Yeah, it
you
is.
know? We
Yeah.
got it in early July.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to Charleston this August, and it might be a reprieve from the heat.
Yeah. Hey. So I want to
Oh.
say thank you right now, but
Thanks, Brad.
kind of bummed. I kind of understand. I guess sometimes I hope that you and Walt take me out of the funk, and sometimes you just add to the funk.
I forgot to mention, maybe help a little. It is kind of a PSA because so many parks in national forests do have level 2 fire threat, which comes along with a bunch of rules to follow.
Yeah.
Like no smoking is one. No open fires, but your little, like your jet boil, your campfires. I think the main thing is if you can turn it on and then off, it's okay. But if it's something you can't just turn off, then it's usually not allowed. Like in these areas that declare like a heightened fire alert.
Yeah, last
So pay
year
attention to
we
that.
had that drought, and when Debbie and I went to, I think Lake Monroe down there in
Mhm.
the Indiana National Forest, and they had like an elevated
Yeah. Yeah, we had a big
fire
drought
alert or
last
whatever.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
what
we
you're
didn't-
saying
it didn't
is-
really concern us much because we weren't going out and camping or anything. But
when you're driving into that local, state, or national park, you see that fire sign. If it's anywhere other than 0, pay attention
Yeah.
and go ahead and give that a look-see-poo online to see what you can do to make sure that you're not adding to this
Yeah.
absolute shit AQI.
When you stop to a visitor center to get your stickers or your
Yeah.
dad hats,
Yeah,
talk to a ranger,
yeah.
see what's going on.
they'll let
Great
you know.
call. You did that felt good.
Yeah.
That felt like a better way to end it. I'm not
And
going to lie.
it's fitting for tonight's episode because we're gonna probably get into following the rules, so things don't get out of hand.
The rules.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, great segue, B-Rad, Bradley R. We have a lot to discuss today. We're going to talk some gross things. So if your bellies are squeamish or you don't like talking about what doesn't come into us but comes out of us, this would be the time to turn us off because we are going to have a conversation about bodily functions.
But
No.
don't turn us off
Keep
because
lit.
you gotta know.
Oh, that's true.
well, or keep listening and just turn the volume down.
I like that.
There we go. Yeah, keep it running.
Well, let's get into peeing, pooping, and cleaning.
Let's do it.
All right. And we're back. This week, we're talking about those kind of spooky, nasty, scary things on trail, if you will. We're talking peeing, and we're talking pooping, and we're talking about cleaning yourself on the trail.
We need something to replace cleaning that starts with a P,
Peeing, pooping, and
so we can say the 3 Ps.
poisturizing. No, that's just a mixture. That's my M&M.
Personal cleanliness, but
And-
just the P matters.
Okay.
Pampering.
And
Pampering. Yeah, because cleaning yourself is like pampering yourself.
That's true. Let me start over.
Definitely.
We are back this week, and we are talking about peeing, pooping, and pampering yourself. All right? Even while peeing, pooping, and pampering yourself in the woods on your backpacking trip, it is important to remember the leave no trace policy. Absolutely no one wants to be walking down the trails or show up to their campsite after a long day, weary day of walking and walking and walking, only to come up on a pile of shit and potentially toilet paper.
Yeah, it's like I just want to put my tent up, watch some friends, and I don't want to see a pile of toilet paper 5 feet from my tent.
That made my heart pitter patter. Not you complaining about toilet paper, but that we are now
you're both
probably on the same episode of Friends, which is still episode 1 after.
When I get
all
my
of
tent,
these
do you
years.
two? One of you goes to the other guy's tent?
No.
Start watching Friends?
I hand him one of my earbuds. And he listens to it while I
Screen
watch.
share?
We sewed a little pouch into his where he can open it and I can watch through.
Yeah, that's right.
You make a little tin can string communication device too?
Hey, we know what we're doing, okay? So I think to get going with this episode, I think first off, for all the listeners, we are not going to talk female peeing, pooping, and pampering. We have a guest or a few guests in mind as to who can talk to that with us, but I don't think it's right for us.
I was
3
hoping
gents.
Ashley could come down, but she's not here
Well,
tonight.
she's not much into this activity, so I want somebody to really talk to it, you know? So I think for this episode, we're just going to talk about overall and maybe a little bit here and there for the gent. But in most cases, this is done in the same fashion in any regard. We're going to talk peeing first.
The rules are the same.
We're going to talk pooping second, and there's way more to pooping than I ever would have imagined. And then we're going to talk pampering third. Okay? You guys ready to get going?
Yep.
Yeah, Marty blown away by the amount of times we've said peeing and pooping.
Yeah, I'm emphasizing. I'm sorry.
I've noticed you are. It's like your F-bomb counter.
I don't think I used the word pee or poop at all in my intro. I'm not sure.
All right, P. We're going to start with P. Do you guys have anything you want to say about it? For me, I feel like this is the easiest topic.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Pee on a
Pretty
rock.
straightforward.
They recommend doing it. There's a certain distance away from a stream, a water source.
All of these things, as I was looking into the proper way to do this, is roughly 200 feet or 70 steps
Yeah.
away from your campsite, away from a trail, or away from a source of water.
Any source of water.
Yes.
And even then, it's preferable to go in the downstream direction instead of the upstream direction.
That's right.
I mean, that's what I would prefer people did.
Hey,
I never
that's
even thought of it.
200 feet or
Yep.
yards?
Yeah.
200 feet.
Feet. That it's not going to go downstream, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But also, you could go a little bit further
Yeah.
because there's people that go 200 feet and stop.
That's what I
Might
do.
wanna-
Well, yeah, it's like the first good spot. Well, and this goes for both. Like the first good spot you come to, you probably want to go to the next one because that's probably somebody else's good spot too.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
No, I don't even think that. I'm like, this is a nice spot.
I'm like Rambo.
If it's
Going
a
way
nice,
deep in the
if it's a
jungle.
nice spot, I'm not going to pass it up.
Yeah.
If the tree that I'm leaning on is real nice.
So especially for
But-
peeing, because it's just
Yeah.
kind of, it's just, you got your boots
You're usually in
on.
and out. Yeah.
You're all
But
good.
when it comes to peeing, you think once you get your distance, just go anywhere. But it's preferred that you pee on rocks
Is it?
because it won't soak into the soil, which your pee has like salts and stuff in
Caffeine,
it, which
acidity.
animals will.
No, for
dig it
real.
up.
Yeah, like pharmaceuticals and shit.
Yeah.
Like there is a bunch of
Oh, I
yeah.
see.
But just pee on a rock.
So then it evaporates
And then,
off the
yeah.
rock? Oh, I'm learning stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
it'll still leave some minerals behind,
Yeah. They're not
Sure.
soaking in.
but they won't. There won't be animals like digging into the ground
Yeah.
trying to get your salts.
All right. All right. I think pee is pretty covered.
Yeah,
I
it's
kind
not
of
the-
figured
not-
that would be an extremely
Yeah.
short topic. Just
And-
go pee.
And pro tip too is a lot of times if you're staying hydrated, chances are you're gonna have to wake up in the middle of the night and go. So before it gets dark out, I always you get a sense of your surroundings and where you're gonna go when it's pitch black out and everything you hear is gonna scare you in the middle of
Yeah.
the night when you're out there to go and pee. So I always like try to picture where I'm gonna go when I wake up in the middle of the night.
Oh, yeah. That is a bit terrifying.
Yeah.
It's also chilly willy.
Get your glow in the dark toilet paper.
Oh, yeah.
Keep your headlamp handy.
Yes.
And
yes.
take your toilet paper just in case because you don't know.
Yes.
Something.
Put
Yeah.
your jacket on.
Yeah.
I'm kind of chilly.
Yes, I will. All right, let's get to the pooping part of this.
Yep.
Okay, let's get this whole big sack of poop out of the way because this is going to be a long discussion. I did my fair share of research on this because I was quite interested.
Yeah, there's a lot more that goes into it. It's not just, well, you don't want to see piles of it at your campsite.
That's right.
These things have, as Brad said, no pun intended, a downstream effect. And it doesn't or it not only ruins things aesthetically, but environmentally. It can
That's
ruin
right.
things if you don't do things properly.
Yeah, that's entirely correct. For me, I agree with the environment side of that, obviously, but for me, it's I just don't. You want to save that. It just seems, I don't know. It just grosses me out so much that is enough for me to be like, I'm doing it right.
Time that stuck out in my head where this was the biggest time it's ever been a problem.
Me out. I have a feeling.
But I think it was in the UP in Michigan, and it was that we had camped at a stream. It was like picturesque.
Yeah,
there were like
great.
fish.
We named it after Patty.
Because
Because
you were supposed to go on that trip.
And it was the one he was like, we got to stay at this one.
Right.
Yes.
And that campsite is like right where just a bank just shoots up. And it's like 30, 40 feet. It's hard to even climb.
Yeah, it is.
So nobody goes very far to go
as to how the
poop.
story's going to end.
So all of it is like right where like the stream and this bank shoot up and they meet and there's just piles. You can see the paper, the white paper. It's disgusting.
It was almost like a little floodplain, but the floodplain was kind of high up too.
And the ground was like packed down around it because so many people had walked all around it.
Oh
It was,
my
yeah.
God. That's
was
disgusting. You guys have never told me
I climbed that.
I went up that steep hill.
I climbed it too. I was like, I'm not going down.
I think I
That's
made it
crazy.
all the way to the top of that thing.
You guys have never told me that.
That was the campsite we named after you.
Oh, great.
Well, more for the beautiful streams and water.
Not because of the piles of shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's get that's now that
But
we
that's a good reason.
Yeah. And a lot of
with
it's
our listeners.
Well, like a lot of it is, just even seeing the toilet paper is gross.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the actual act of pooping out in the wilderness and how you kind of do that. What's the recommended kind of one of the processes for?
What if we all start with
Our own version?
What we look for when we're trying to find a spot, our preferred spot to find.
I could easily
Like
start
our
with that.
ideal
Yeah,
situation.
because I imagine they're a little bit different.
Start.
Okay, I look for perfect world is 2 downed trees, horizontal across the ground, couple feet up still. But if there's like a foot gap in between them, and you can just jump up, sit in between that gap, and drop down, poop between that gap,
That's
that's perfect
That's
world.
very
Louise,
ideal,
dude.
yeah. But the odds of finding that.
yeah.
I've only found that maybe 2 or 3 times in my
That's
career.
why you go so far.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, because that's the best case. Yeah.
Damn, that is the best.
And
case.
when you find one, it's like coming across a patch of morels. It's a beautiful thing.
What's your prime poop spot?
I mean, I don't really have one. It's
I
just
feel like my new
a nice-
prime poop spot is that.
Damn
kind
it!
of
I shouldn't
just
have
the-
told you
I know,
guys.
dude.
Dang it!
I prefer the put your back to a tree
Yeah.
instead of sitting over.
That's the default
Yeah. And that's what I do, which is
or the fallback.
That's
incredible thigh workouts.
Yeah.
sometimes.
So I looked up the techniques for pooping.
Are there
And-
names for
Yeah,
it?
there's names
Ah.
for
The
them.
squatting post.
That's called the tree lean. Is what
Oh.
that's
Tree lean?
called. Yeah, tree or
What's that on
boulder lean.
the scale?
That
of-
was the number one
That's-
method.
that's gotta
as
be
far as
it.
I understood. Yeah, the tree lean was the number one method.
That's interesting.
It's the tried
I
and
never-
true.
Are you guys curious about some of the other known methods out there
the
for
squat,
pooping?
just the straight squat.
I will say that's weird because I feel like it is hard to dig right next to a tree and then hit the hole because you're usually out a little ways from the tree.
Yeah, the way the method goes is you back up to the support object, the tree. You lean your back onto that tree, which is what we're talking about,
Yeah.
and then so it's taking a little bit of pressure off those glutes,
Yeah.
and then you put your hole right underneath your hole, because
Yeah.
you always want to dig a cat hole.
Yeah.
Okay,
you gotta dig
so
down.
we're not talking about doing any of these
6 to 8
techniques.
inches. Is that what they
Yep,
prefer?
6 to 8 inches.
Yeah.
That's
4
exactly
inches
right.
wide.
That's exactly
I
right.
usually go try to go a few extra
So
inches.
we'll get a little bit into that, but know that all of this excrement is going into a cat hole. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, then you press your upper back to the subject. But another one is called the branch hang.
Oh,
Yeah, the branch hang.
that.
Right.
Now we're talking.
Right. Now you're talking. I know.
Do you hold your legs in the air?
I suppose you could. So the method for the branch hang is to find a sturdy, low-hanging branch that sits safely above your cat hole. That's right. Grab the branch overhead and lower
Not
your
10 or 15 feet above your cat hole.
No, you don't want to climb to do this. You know,
It'd be kind of fun, though, wouldn't it?
hilarious. I feel like that would be a whole nother method if you were hanging 15 feet above your cow.
Or like my perfect world version of it is find one to swing your legs over and then hang on to one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, so you grab the branch overhead and lower your
my
body
God.
into a comfortable supported squat. Your arms will support the majority of your body
Just
weight.
a hang. Just a good
That's
hang.
Just a good hang. So that's called the branch hang. The third most popular one is called the hillside deposit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know the hillside
Was it
deposit?
just let it roll
Well,
down?
I have a
No,
friend.
no, you're
My
still
friend.
pooping into a cat hole.
I will say, well, this might be similar, but it's for peeing. My friend Greg's dad, who I believe listens to this our podcast.
Hey, shout out.
His dad taught us when you're on a golf course and you got to pee and you're out in the open and you can't just go, you find a hill and you do like a plank on the hill, like on that angle to where, and then you just pee.
That is not what this is because it'd be awkward to plank backwards. We're talking about pooping.
Right. But yeah, but on a
That
hill,
would
you can
make-
kind of
yeah, on
like
a
sit
hill.
up
I guess
against
it
it.
kind of is that concept.
Depends how steep it was, I guess.
Yeah, it
So
does.
the method goes
Has
is
to
you
be
find
over
a
45.
downhill slope, like you're saying, and orient yourself so your feet are on the down slope and your butt is facing uphill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? Because your butt is elevated relative to your feet, you don't need to bend your knees or ankles nearly as deeply to clear the ground.
That'd be better for us.
But I feel
type
like-
folks.
Yes,
But I
sir.
feel like you'd be pretty close to the ground, right?
Yes.
You got to be careful with that.
Well, because it's directing, it would be downhill. You're less.
You got to spread your feet
You
apart.
spread your feet apart, and it rolls instead of
Make sure you
splatters.
get that cat hole.
Yeah, get that
wide
little
enough.
bit. That's
You
the
might-
8-inch.
You
cat
might want to
hole, bro.
angle it a little too.
You might roll down the camp if you're not careful.
All right, so then
Start an avalanche.
the fourth. You know, here I thought we were going to go through peeing, pooping, and pampering like a bunch of a few normal adults, and I knew that there was something in the back of my brain that said, "There ain't no way."
I tried to be professional at the start, and it's too much fun.
Well, the fourth most popular method is called the rock drop, dude. Okay, that was my
The
favorite.
rock?
The rock drop. The method: position yourself on the edge of a rock with your butt hanging off the back. Ensure your waist drops entirely clear off the rock face and directly into your pre-dug cat hole or designated waste bag.
Is that essentially like the log?
I think that one's
Like
easier
if
to.
you have a
You can do that
timber?
with a single log. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like my
yeah,
method.
single
My
log.
method works with a single log as well.
Right.
But it almost
Okay.
has to be if it's too big of a log, it's harder.
your method, you have two logs.
yeah.
Yeah.
That back
Do you
log.
sit with your legs parallel to the logs
Oh, I
or
didn't- I didn't-
perpendicular to the
damn.
logs?
I
I
thought
didn't-
you meant parallel.
No, I-
'cause I'm
I didn't-
picturing like
Are you
those
sitting, like, with
gymnastics
your legs
bars.
out like
Yes,
you're riding a horse?
That's what I'm picturing.
That actually sounds no. That
Dude, 'cause
sounds even better.
At
you
that
can-
point,
I'm sitting
I don't know.
perpendicular. Like my butt's strapped down between the two
you
logs.
need to go parallel.
and like my
man.
elbows and my tailbone are on the back log.
Ooh, although you be lounging.
You're like, yeah,
That's
you're
not bad.
lounging.
But I'll tell you that parallel, that's like sitting on a squatty potty.
Yeah, I think it depends on the gap of the between the logs.
I go parallel. That's how. That's
yeah.
in my mind. It was parallel.
I need
the
to
whole
add that.
time.
Yeah.
That's going to the repertoire.
The repertoire poupin.
Whip that one leg over there, man.
I'm like, guys, I'm stuck. I can't get my leg over.
All right, so now that we've talked about those techniques, I just want to cover exactly.
That's it. That's the exhaustive list.
I'm sure there's other techniques.
Well,
like Brad
I guess I
said.
created number 6.
Oh, yeah.
Number 6, which you need to think of a clever name for that.
The pommel horse,
the technique,
the parallel bars.
the parallel bar.
Oh, I was gonna try to get my name in it.
Oh, okay. Bradley's parallel bar.
I'll come up with something.
But let's talk about the actual method of pooping, okay? So this is actually a bit more serious because this does pertain exactly to how you leave no trace. All right.
Yep.
First off, we talked about the cat hole. You find your spot, your method. You're going to dig a cat hole. You're not pooping straight onto the ground. You're pooping into a cat hole. That cat hole is generally recommended to be 6 inches to 8 inches deep, 6 to 8 inches wide. Okay. Once you've done the deed, you're going to fill that hole back in with the soil that you just pulled out of that hole.
Yep.
So you're going to bury it. Then remember, anything you bring with you, and I think this is the part that's scary for people, anything you bring with you, you're going to need to carry out. Human waste is a bit different depending on the park. In some parks, they need you to unload into a bag, and you're going to carry even your excrement out. In some cases, you're only going to carry out the toilet paper. Yeah. Because that's an extra thing that you brought with you.
And those rules are generally put in place when you're going somewhere like the desert where there's no soil.
That's right.
Or you're going somewhere where it's really cold and
that's right.
It can't decompose.
And or moisture.
Yep. Yes, sir. That's right. Exactly. Yeah. So we'll just go with best case scenario. You can bury the poop, but you're gonna need to bring the toilet paper out with you. Okay?
Yes.
So that's how that goes. We'll talk a little bit later about some of the different brands and some of the what you use to carry out that toilet paper.
We'll talk about the poop kit.
Yeah, the poop kit. Exactly.
Brad's bar stool.
Brad's bar stool. You got to do like Brad's bar stool or something. Brad's bar stool. Brad's bar. Yeah.
Oh.
Brad's stool.
Well, bar stool.
That's it. Bar stool. Brad's bar stool. I'm in on that. That's alliteration too.
I was the stool. I was trying to put the stool in there in the front, and I did not make a connection. I'd been thinking about it all day.
Since I demonstrated it for Travis at his house.
So show me this bar stool, Brad.
Show me this. Here's 2 logs. Do this. All right, where do you want to go next? I have it on my notes to go into some of the tools because I'm just trying to start small and get ourselves to a position.
I think we should establish the poop kit.
Yeah, so what's your poop kit then? Let's talk poop kits.
The National Park Service actually calls it that.
That's right.
And, you need your little trowel to dig your hole. I personally just bring a knife, and it kind of takes me a long time. It's a pain in the ass, but I don't want to bring a knife and that.
Right.
So
I don't bring any of that. I've historically just found like a rock or a larger
you can
stick,
find something to dig.
and I would just use something natural to dig. But to the trowel thing, because I think, Brad, don't you carry a trowel?
Yeah, I carry the Dirt Saw Deuce number 2 trowel.
That's really what it's called? Dirt Saw Deuce?
That's awesome. Dirt Saw?
That's cool. It's the Tent Lab, made by the Tent Lab. I recently...
How much did you spend on that?
It's like $20.
Yeah, that's what I have in my notes, is that you can find a good ultralight trowel. I mean, these things weigh
0.6 ounces.
Thank you very much.
But they do come in different sizes, so it may vary a tenth of an ounce.
Are they...
They're sturdy.
Titanium?
Yeah, they're titanium. It's like your spork.
Yeah.
If you have a
Can you
titanium
use it to eat?
spork.
You could. I mean, all you're doing is digging in the ground.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well... I've heard some recommendations where they'd like you to stir it up to get that decomposition going a little.
Get it a little. That's what it sticks for.
That is what it sticks for.
Because then you can find a stick.
Then you just shove, stick it in the ground.
Use
leave
your
it there.
Agreed.
But yeah, that's because I didn't start carrying one. I think the kayak trip was the first trip I carried one because we stopped at an REI on the way up, and I thought, weight's not as important on the kayak, so I took it, and it was. I used to use my knife like Travis, even got like a fixed blade knife so I can really really get down in there and dig a deep hole.
Yeah.
But it was just chewing the blade up to the point to where I needed like a bench grinder to clean the blade up because a whetstone was like I was messing my whetstone up trying to sharpen it. So I didn't want to use my knife anymore. And then I could just go with a lighter weight, like not fixed blade knife. But yeah, it works pretty good. I like it.
That's what they're for.
Yeah. But that could be, well, no, I don't want to share it with you guys. Because that could be a shared commodity, amongst the group.
Yeah.
Because you're not pooping on it.
That's kind of how I feel.
But I think someone would be too tempted to
I ain't trying to gamble on morning coffee.
Like if you're,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's true, I guess. But
I feel like it's too tempting. Like if your paper towel misses the hole, just to kind of use that to shove it down in there or something.
I feel like even at that point, like it's not like you're touching the blade part of it. Even if you're like, all right, your turn.
Accidents happen though.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And it's also 0.6 ounces, like just shove it in there. In some cases, there's little monkey clips. I call them monkey clips. So you can strap them onto your bag or whatever. It's
so what? There's a little bit of your friend's poop on it.
All right, that's the ultra. So what? So what? That's the ultralight trowel. Anything else goes into your poop kit?
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper?
Wet wipes.
Wet wipes? Okay, let's start with toilet paper, though.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
Travis brings an entire roll of toilet paper.
Do you leave the cardboard in? Because part of my notes was a good little tip is to just unroll half that roll.
I wrap it around my hand.
Your hand, yeah.
And then take it off my hand.
And then
like
throw
toilet
it
paper roll.
Ziploc? Really?
Yeah. I have like 3 Ziplocs dedicated to bathroom activities.
So do I.
Because you have to have one dirty one.
Yep.
And then
that's right.
The toilet paper gets its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one pro tip is if you're really concerned about weight, if a lot of times if you had wet wipes that they just dry out over time, those are perfect to take because then you just pour a little bit of water on it and you're not carrying that water weight with you.
Yeah.
So they dry out lighter weight.
They make those already dehydrated ones, the little pellets.
Yeah. Kirsten
That's right.
and Dave introduced us to those.
That's right.
And now I always have some of those.
Those things are awesome.
Yeah, those are amazing.
Agreed.
Well, I'll talk more about those using them for the cleaning part of this.
Yeah. But and then, I guess the next thing is, we don't want to leave that behind, so we need to have what are they called?
Pack out bag.
It's basically a toilet bag. And it has something in it where I guess those are the waste for like the places where you go where you have to poop in a bag. It's a portable toilet.
Yeah.
But there's just bags, sealed bags.
Bag. Yeah. I've been looking them up recently just because I'm a gearhead in terms of this stuff. And that's one thing I don't have as a way, because I will admit that I generally just put my waste into a Ziploc bag, probably the gallon size Ziploc bag that I just emptied my freeze dried food.
You're like
out of.
paper waste, not your
Paper waste, toilet paper, paper waste. Yeah.
Exactly. You're not peeing in a bag.
No. Sorry, I'm talking about my paper waste. I generally just put that right back. I empty out my freeze dried bag because we repack our freeze dried. We talked about that way early on. And so that's where I generally do it, or I have done it. But I've been looking in these pack out bags, and they're kind of interesting. Like, I mean, I don't know. I want a separate one from my food. Well, I don't
bag
keep it in my food stuff once I'm done, but I just.
Well, I mean the trash. I don't want it all. I don't want my
food trash,
and like my human waste trash the same.
Well, that's kind of why I was.
I don't want to open that one,
stuff, because especially with the bear canister, you kind of at least the way I do it is I have my Ziploc bag, my gallon size after the first time I eat it. That's my waste bag. No, my waste bag, and then the second time that becomes my trash.
Yeah.
And I'll put my food waste back into my bear canister because it's just saving space. But man, how grimy does all of it get over the span of 4 days or 5 days out there? So
Because even if you keep it in a Ziploc bag and you're shoving it, like I'm talking food trash.
Food
Yeah.
waste.
Like if you shove it back in your beer can, that bag's popping at some point.
Yeah, and
Like,
it's
hard
getting
to keep
hot,
it.
and
Yeah.
it's just gross
Yeah.
looking.
Smells,
So
yeah.
what I like about these pack out bags is it kind of like can encompass anything. And it's an entirely separate bag, not clear.
Yeah,
And
it's
it all-
opaque. That's, I don't
yeah.
want to see what's in it.
Can you rip it with your bare hands?
No,
Okay.
no, not at all. So there's kind of four different things that both of these that I was looking up. One product's called the Packed Pack Out Kit, and then the other one is Clean Waste Wag Bag. So they're both sold at
Good
REI.
names.
I've heard of the wag bag.
The wag bag.
That's
Yeah,
a pretty
wag bag is kind of a common name for
just
those,
like an overall.
yeah, kind of
Yeah.
like the Atlas strap, right? So
Oh boy.
yeah, I'm not trying to get into that, but both include scent-proof out bag and an inner waste bag. So okay, so it's two kind of things, kind of like the crotch pot that we were talking about, where it's a bag that keeps that smell in, but then an inner waste bag. You take that waste bag out.
That's where the
you throw
real.
that.
That's where the real waste goes.
The real waste. Both are easily cleaned after the trail. Both have clasps and clips for easy connect to the outside of your pack. And then while Packed calls it a poop powder, Clean Waste calls it Go Anywhere gelling powder.
Yeah.
And that's inside of the inner pouch, the waste pouch. Each pouch that you get to fill that has this powder or gel.
It's like that ultra absorbent stuff that's in baby
That's right.
diapers.
Also kills bacteria.
Ah,
That's
okay.
right. And that's in all of them. And I just think that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like a
that's
little
good.
on-trail trash
That's really
bag.
good.
That's right.
How much does it weigh?
I didn't look up the weight.
Depends
I
on-
have not
It
looked
can't
up
be
the
much,
weight.
right?
When I say I've been looking up this stuff, I probably for like a month.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
It takes a couple months
Probably
to get
weighs,
to that
what,
weight.
a diaper?
Yeah, yeah.
Weighs a diaper? About a diaper?
yeah. Something else we've been talking about, we have talked about before that could be in your poop kit, portable bidet.
Oh, yep.
A nice little
absolutely.
spritz ain't never hurt nobody.
No.
Okay? Hand sanitizer,
Absolutely.
because you need to clean up after you do your business. No matter how clean you think you might be, you might as well pack a little sanitizer and clean up. Right?
Agreed.
Okay. We've talked techniques. We've talked tools. We've talked all kinds of stuff about pooping, dude.
The thing is with wet wipes too, after you use them, it is water weight that you're carrying. So sometimes if we get to camp, I'll try to like open that Ziploc bag, maybe even keep those in a separate small sandwich bag and just pop the zippers open and just
Yeah.
let it chill
Yeah.
like away a little ways
Yeah.
and just try to let it dry out. Just something silly, I guess.
That
like,
was something that you mentioned like a while ago, drying out your wipes and then
Yeah.
just hydrating them.
in Zens,
Really?
like tobacco. Yeah, if you're carrying
yeah.
like your pouches, if you're a pouch user,
Do what?
letting those dry out because you're carrying that water. That's
Carrying
not.
your spit. Wait, like
Yeah.
that, to me, that's a little psychotic.
Yeah, that's a bit
But-
much
Okay.
because that's like
I got to let my zins dry out.
that's like 0.1. It's like 0.1 ounce probably.
We
Well,
we
okay.
go to the freaking desert,
Yeah.
and Brad's got his turds laid out, drying them out, so he doesn't have to carry the weight.
Get out of the sun.
But I do like the idea of drying out the wet wipes. That's
Yeah.
a solid idea because those things are
Those
like,
do add up, yeah.
yeah, they do add up.
Like you think
Yeah.
about a brick when
Yeah.
you first buy them of those wet
Yeah.
wipes, and that's a freaking heavy.
Because I do think like if I'm out for 5 days, I only will put like 10 in the thing,
Yeah.
or maybe 5, like one a day or something like that.
Use wet wipes? I mean, we'll get into cleaning and talk about that, but do you use wet wipes all over?
It depends, but not too often.
Do you use wet wipes all over?
Like in the morning when I wake up, I'll just strip all my clothes and just
Me
give
too.
myself.
I just don't like
a
even
wash.
the scentless ones. I don't like the smell and the feel that it leaves on your skin after. For some reason I just don't like it.
I
It's
feel
worse than
cleaner,
the
so
grime.
I'll get in the freezing ass, cold ass water and towel
You
myself
do
off.
towel yourself off.
Get all the salt off of me.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about cleaning then. This
Okay.
seems like a great segue.
Yeah, it's my favorite part.
All right, Brad, start it up, dude.
I can point to one of my favorite times doing a creek bath. I got to come up with a name for that too. So me and Travis in Pictured Rocks, Travis was injured with his knee, and there's not much elevation change in Pictured Rocks. And this was one of the higher elevation points that we were camping at. And the closest water source was you had to like drop. This was towards the end of Pictured Rocks. So if anybody's ever done it, like on the western side,
I was not ambulatory.
and we needed water.
Brad had to go
We needed
by
water
himself.
because we were like up high. You know, like when you set up camp, you usually go get water, right? And this was it was like pretty straight down to get water. We had like a water bladder, like a 2-liter bladder. And then I took all of our dry sacks to fill up and bring back up too. So I got down and there was like this big wide open sandy beach. The sun was kind of setting, pretty close to setting. And there was this big flat rock jetty that shot out into Lake Superior. And anyone who knows Lake Superior, that shit is ice cold, freezing cold. But that day was a hell of a, like it was our longest day.
Oh, yeah, that was a
And
hell of a day.
I was just sitting out there by myself. I think I may have had a little bit of bourbon, but just chilling out there. And I was like hot, you know, like dipping that rag in the water, getting my like up to my knees in the water,
This
and just like toweling. Like
Lord.
I always bring a little microfiber towel.
Yep.
I have one that I always wash off with.
Like a scene from a movie, I imagine.
man.
Yeah, you're painting a picture right now.
It was
dude.
glorious.
I don't think I've been outside yet this year, and I've been really yearning a backpacking trip, and this is making me drool.
But that's where I always like I try to get like knee deep in the water, soak my feet in ice cold water.
Do you have a favorite cleaning story?
No, I'm not a big wash like guy. Like if I'm in it, I'm out there, whatever. I like to a whore bath is what we
Lord,
See,
Ravi.
just
You
do
know, I was
that.
going to mention that, and I thought I'm not going to say that word on this podcast. I'll say fuck all day, but not.
I think
not
it's
that
it's
word.
common nomenclature.
W bath. But see, that's where I'd rather if there's like some fresh water or
I
fresh
just don't.
stream.
It
I would
doesn't
much,
concern me.
but I would
really.
much rather wash off with that than a wet wipe.
Well,
I
I
agree.
mean,
But I
Yeah,
mean,
but you guys don't.
well, I think most.
The only one
Well,
that does.
I will say that I am also with Travis.
it's a little bit of a pain in the
I
ass.
have it in my notes that I will like wipe my face or maybe like with a towel with a wet wipe. But in terms of like bathing, I just kind of feel like I'm out there. Like
Yeah,
the best stinky person wins.
I just I don't give a shit.
I will say, like, I am usually just in my short. Like, I don't get fully naked out there in the
Why not,
stream.
homie?
So, I mean, sometimes I have, but
Shit.
not
I mean,
all
I'm
the
not
time.
against it if I found a body of water that was the appropriate temperature. And
See, that that is the thing. Like, usually in the Tetons that day when it was me and you,
Yeah.
my day after altitude sickness,
Yep.
froze my ass off doing it there.
Wait, it wasn't the day. It was down in the what was that? What we called that campsite
Yeah.
something. That was like 2 or 3 days.
Oh, yeah, because
later.
it was after Death Canyon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I froze. I specifically remember that one freezing my ass off.
Yeah.
But it was well worth it because I was feeling like finally feeling better.
And I'm not gonna lie, from afar in that campsite, I looked over at Brad and I was like, "That's a specimen. Like, that dude's got
It is.
it."
It's always I always enjoy it.
Yeah.
And you get all the salt off your body, keeps you clean. Yeah, that's why I always urge that people poop and pee downstream because I take a bath in that water.
yeah,
So I don't even know where to go after that. I agree.
well,
That
so
was
we've kind
great.
of hit all the
Yeah, we kinda
points
just did it
there.
naturally.
So that's the thing, like with cleaning, if you wanted to do something like that, like what I do, I bring a tiny little REI sells tons of them, little
Yeah.
microfiber cloths, super lightweight. I always have one of those for cleaning my body. And then one that's usually like a different style, definitely a different color for cleaning anything else, like my cookware.
Yeah.
And so I can keep them separate. Then throughout the day, I hang them on the outside of my pack so they dry while we're hiking. At night, I hang it on my clothesline.
Yep. What's your guys' thoughts on biodegradable soaps?
I've never seen the need for it because you're boiling everything every time, anyways, and that's going to sterilize everything.
Yeah.
So I've never seen the need for. I've taken some kayaking.
Yeah. Because that was the first time that I ever really, and you know what? Logan did it the wrong way because the same thing with soap. If you're going to use soap, you want to use that 200 feet away from any body of water or source of water. You want to use it 200 feet away from a campsite or a trail.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen.
Right at the launch, yeah.
Yeah.
Like where we had our kayaks.
And that was the first time I've ever seen any person with me bring soap with them.
Yeah.
And I guess I am more of like a cold bath type of. If I felt the need to shower, it was going to be in a cold body of water with a bandana or a microfiber.
There's a part of me that's like, okay, humans naturally, we didn't, we weren't able to. I mean, we could get in a nice little, body of water or whatever, but it wasn't always. Soap wasn't convenient and all that. And I always imagine like, well, we build up oils and all this stuff on our skin for a reason. And I tell you what, sometimes after a good day of freaking sweating, getting my ass kicked, and letting that shit soak into my skin the next day, take a shower, my skin is just crystal clear, just looking good.
Dude, you're glowing.
For some reason, I thought you meant the biodegradable soap for cleaning cookware and stuff.
No, I'm talking about your body.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Bronner's makes one.
But he had something had happened to Logan that he got something weird, like something on him or something happened where he had black, some.
Oh yeah, now
there was something weird.
Yeah, was there a reason he needed
soap?
Oh, the soap was, I've seen that before.
Because you're not going to take soap out there that isn't biodegradable. And
is that the new
organic
thing now? Carbon or charcoal stuff or whatever?
That's what it was. It was
But
charcoal.
I thought there was some reason he got into something.
That could be. Hey, I'm not trying to shit on a brother. But if you do use soap, just remember, leave no trace policy because that is waste. That water,
your
soapy
toothpaste.
suds, same thing with toothpaste.
See, I've never done that. I just use water.
Yeah.
What, for your brushing your teeth?
No, when I'm just cleaning up.
When you're bathing.
Yeah.
Okay.
What spots do you bathe? What are the big hitters?
All the pinch points.
Everything,
What's the pinch
man.
point?
Yeah, pinch points.
What's the pinch point?
Skin on skin, man.
Skin on skin, man. What are those? You're out there. You need a bath. Where are you going to wash?
The places you sweat the most. Feet are important.
Chode, balls, penis.
Chode, balls, penis
Pits.
are all in the same area. Pits, chode, balls, penis, armpits, crack, feet.
Feet, big one.
Feet.
Wipe
That is
those
a big
feet
one.
down because you're gonna, no matter how airtight you think those freaking boots are, you're gonna pick up sand and little particles of stuff,
Just
slip
getting
in
that
there,
sweat and salt off.
get
there,
in
clean
between
them
your
up.
toes, and because that stuff will tear your feet up if you don't get it off.
So when we're talking about cleaning up out there, even whether or not you're using wipes or biodegradable soap, or even when you're taking a dip in the water outside of taking a natural swim in the water, we're not talking about you're taking a full-on bath. You're cleaning those pinch points, as Brad would say.
Whether it's a wet wipe bath or my style.
Yeah.
And it's nice because, like, I always do it before I put my nighttime clothes on.
Yeah.
So my nighttime clothes stay pretty clean the whole time.
I'm with you on that.
I definitely, before I put my my sleeping socks on, which is day 5 socks.
My sleeping underwear, my sleeping like
sleeping
long
undies.
johns.
Yeah.
You want to make sure, I mean, it's just recommended that, clean up a little bit. It feels good. Feels
it's a
comfy.
comfort thing, yeah.
As I was looking up stuff, I found, have you guys ever heard of the cotton ball method of cleaning?
No.
Yeah, I haven't either. Apparently, this is a big thing with the backpackers is you take a cotton ball or a lot of cotton balls, lightweight, very lightweight. You lightly coat those in alcohol.
IPA.
Thank you.
Alcohol.
Yeah. And then you get those into a Ziploc bag and you wipe down those pinch points with that alcohol.
That dries your skin out super bad.
Yeah,
it's really bad for your skin.
Are they is it just like a bacteria killer? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Ever since the leech incident of 2025,
is that what we're calling it?
I buy isopropyl wipes.
Yeah.
But they're small. They're not like wet wipe size, maybe half that.
I suppose that would be a good way, though. Especially in between your toes.
Your hand
your
sanitizer, isn't that what
it's alcohol,
that's for?
But it's like, unless you, I mean.
I just don't, for me personally, I don't see the cotton ball thing.
This is just research.
That would be better or something you might need for if you've developed a foot fungus on a freaking through hike or something.
Hey, some people might have one going into, you never know.
Yeah. That's true.
But for a 5-day trip, I just don't see the necessity of a bunch of stuff to keep your body clean.
Part of it is like, because even though
I'm with you, bro.
well, I mean, even when I'm doing what I'm doing, I still stink. I just feel better.
Yeah.
I just feel better.
Yeah, it's just a personal comfort thing.
It is a personal comfort thing, and most of the time, I'm so tired and eager to watch an episode of Friends that I just don't care at all how my body feels. Like I just kind of gear myself.
I'm happy that I'm horizontal.
Yeah. Or I lived that day. I made it to the campsite. But I do also understand that feeling of washing your pits, spraying water on your face.
But I also that shower when you're off trail, that first shower.
That's better than a steak after trail. You know what I mean? That could be better than anything.
Oh yeah,
that shower at Caper, or what was that? That campsite,
dude. I can't remember the campsite. Jenny Lake campgrounds or something. Man,
I can't remember. It was in
that shower. Brad and I were sharing.
It was hot.
We were like, "How's that feel, Brad?"
We were tossing soap up and over the wall.
I remember the day before when I took my shower, and I was just like, "Oh my god, I'm so glad I'm back."
So nice. Guys, I believe we've talked a hell of a lot about peeing, pooping, and pampering ourselves on trail. I think that means it's time to get out of here and call it closed on episode 92.
Yeah, we had to talk about this at some point, and we're good. We got it.
We got it out of the way.
And I hope we didn't sound too juvenile.
Before we get out of here, though, I just got to highlight, next week we got Bill Wade on. So
I'm excited.
I mean, that guy is going to be a great interview, followed up by a reappearance of our friend Chad Fitzpatrick to talk about his family Teton trip and what it's like hiking and backpacking with Chad.
Oh.
Yep. So we got a lot of great guests coming up in the next 2 weeks, dude. I'm pretty psyched about it.
I am too.
Make sure y'all tune in. That was peeing, pooping, and pampering. I thought I'd say it again. Let's get out of here.
Episode 92.
Yep.
To the road to 100.
Yes.
On the road to 100.
On the road to 100.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Keep on sundering.
See ya. Maybe we'll get it after 100.
Yeah.
Damn, I was nervous about that episode.